For thousands of years, humanity believed it was just another young civilization struggling to survive. We searched the stars, wondering if we were alone. What we didn't know was that a single accident beneath Earth's surface had already changed the fate of the universe. One forgotten discovery. One impossible machine. One mistake, and overnight, humanity became the most powerful civilization that had ever existed. The terrifying part, we didn't even know it. Everything began beneath the Antarctic ice. A routine geological survey detected something impossible. A perfectly symmetrical structure nearly 50 kilometers below the surface. At first, researchers believed it was a natural anomaly. Then they drilled deeper. The first camera entered the chamber, and humanity's understanding of reality changed forever. The structure wasn't built by humans. It wasn't built by any civilization known to science. Its materials could not be identified. Its energy source produced no measurable radiation. It appeared older than Earth's oldest rocks. Yet, it was still operating, waiting, as though it had never truly shut down. One engineer reached toward a glowing surface. No one expected it to respond. The moment his hand touched the console, the chamber awakened. Massive rings began rotating. The walls illuminated. A holographic galaxy appeared overhead. And somewhere beyond the stars, something noticed. Across the universe, ancient monitoring stations activated simultaneously. Automatic systems that had remained silent for billions of years suddenly transmitted one message. Successor detected. The signal spread faster than light. Every advanced civilization received it, and then every one of them froze. Because they all knew what it meant. The oldest civilizations immediately declared an emergency. Entire fleets changed course. Ancient rulers abandoned centuries of isolation. No one questioned the signal. It had never been wrong before. If Earth had activated the machine, then humanity had inherited something no civilization was ever meant to possess. Back on Earth, people continued living normal lives. Children went to school. Cities remained peaceful. Scientists celebrated the greatest discovery in history. None of them realized the truth. Every major civilization in the universe was already not to invade, not to negotiate, but to see whether humanity had truly become the strongest civilization in existence. The signal reached the edge of the known universe in less than a second. It crossed galaxies, passed through black holes, ignored every known law of physics. Ancient observatories that had remained silent for billions of years suddenly awakened. Every spring mesesus es SORCON et fier et meudé. Entire civilizations stared in disbelief. The impossible had happened. The oldest rulers immediately recognized the signal. They had spent millions of years ensuring that machine would never awaken again, not because it was dangerous, because it was unstoppable. One elder whispered, "It has chosen humanity." Silence filled the chamber. No one dared speak, because they all knew what came next. Deep inside Forbidden's archives, the truth was revealed. Long before any known civilization existed, a race called the Architects ruled the universe. Their technology could create stars, mobile galaxies, rewrite the laws of physics. Before disappearing, they created a successor system. One civilization would eventually inherit everything no one ever expected. It would be humanity. Every major civilization launched its fleets, not to attack, not yet. Their mission was simple. Reach Earth first, confirm whether the signal was real. Because if humanity truly controlled the Architect's machine, the balance of the universe had already changed. Meanwhile, the research team celebrated. They believed they had discovered the greatest archaeological site in history. They examined strange symbols, collected energy readings, mapped enormous underground chambers. No one noticed the machine observing them, every movement, every heartbeat, every decision. It wasn't waiting for commands. It was judging humanity. Then, the machine activated once more. Images filled the chamber. Ancient wars, human discoveries, acts of kindness, sacrifice, hope. The scientists realized something incredible. The machine already knew humanity. It had been watching Earth for thousands of years, waiting for the right moment. A second transmission echoed across the universe. This time, the message was longer, evaluation complete. Humanity accepted. Entire governments entered emergency lockdown. Military commanders cancelled offensive plans. Ancient civilizations that had never feared anyone now feared Earth. The invasion fleet slowed, then stopped. No civilization wanted to be the first to provoke humanity, not anymore. Because if the machine defended its chosen successor, no fleet would survive. For the first time in cosmic history, the universe feared a civilization that didn't even know its own power. Back beneath Antarctica, one young researcher quietly asked, "What exactly have we discovered?" No one answered. Because no one knew, they believed they had found an ancient machine. In reality, the machine had found them. The signal had changed everything. Humanity remained unaware. The universe remained terrified, and somewhere, deep inside the ancient machine, a final protocol had just begun. One that had waited billions of years. One that would decide whether humanity would become the greatest protector or the greatest power the universe had ever known. The underground chamber fell silent. Every monitor suddenly shut down. The rotating rings slowed to a stop. Then, a single beam of light descended from the ceiling. Not toward the machine, toward a young scientist named Dr. Ethan Carter. No alarms sounded, no warnings appeared. Only one message echoed through the chamber: primary successor selected. No one understood what those words meant. The light surrounded Ethan completely. His heartbeat remained calm, his breathing never changed. Yet something incredible was happening. Ancient symbols began appearing around him. Languages no human had ever seen, equations beyond modern physics. Maps of galaxies billions of light years away. The machine wasn't scanning him. It was teaching him. Across the universe, ancient observers received another transmission. Individual synchronization, 1%. Panic spread immediately. One elder collapsed into his chair. "It has never chosen an individual before," another whispered. "If synchronization reaches 100%, there will be no equal." The Galactic Council entered emergency session. Some demanded immediate action, others demanded diplomacy. Several civilizations suggested destroying Earth before synchronization was complete. The oldest civilization immediately rejected the proposal. "You do not attack the successor. If the machine defends him, the universe itself may answer." Silence followed. No one argued again. Back on Earth, doctors examined Ethan. Every test returned normal. His DNA remained human, his heartbeat remained human. His brain activity did not. Entire regions of his mind had become active for the first time. He wasn't changing physically. He was beginning to understand things no human mind had ever imagined. As Ethan reached toward the machine, the entire chamber transformed. Walls disappeared. The roof became transparent. The universe unfolded around him. He saw galaxies being born, stars collapsing, ancient civilizations rising and falling. Then he saw something unexpected. The architects had never vanished. They had simply left, waiting for someone worthy to continue their work. At the edge of the solar system, thousands of fleets prepared for arrival. Then every ship received the same transmission. "Warning, do not disturb the successor." Entire fleets stopped instantly, weapons powered down. Commanders cancelled every approach. Nobody wanted to discover what would happen if they ignored that warning. Hour after hour, the synchronization continued. 2%, 3%, 5% with every increase. Ethan understood more, not weapons, not conquest. He understood life, energy, creation, balance. The machine wasn't building a conqueror. It was preparing a guardian. Finally, Ethan spoke. What do you want from humanity? For several long seconds, nothing happened. Then the machine answered, protect life, guide the future, never rule through fear. The scientists looked at one another. The action not an impede. A responsibility. At that moment, humanity still believed it had discovered an ancient machine, but the truth was far greater. The machine had chosen its successor, and the universe had begun preparing for humanity's first step into an age beyond imagination.